right, Ian, I'm going to get started if you're ready. Ian, is that good?
Oh yeah, sorry, I gave you a thumbs up. Go ahead.
Missed that. Got two screens working here. All right, I call the Central Virginia Regional Housing Partnership to order for this special session on, what is today, July 6th at 2 p.m. And Ian, do we need to read our virtual meeting disclosure?
Yeah, give me 1 sec to pull it up.
I don't have that up in front of me.
Sorry, just 1 sec. My computer's being a little slow.
Yep. Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor.
All right, I can go ahead and read it.
Please.
The governor has declared a state of emergency due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the nature of this declared emergency makes it impracticable or unsafe for the Central Virginia Regional Housing Partnership to assemble in a single location. This meeting will be held utilizing electronic virtual communication with the Zoom software application and in accordance with the virtual meeting procedures and policies outlined in item 4.0 to 01 of the Virginia State Budget, as effective April 24th, 2020. The meeting will be recorded and made available to the public at www.tjpdc.org no more than 7 days after the meeting occurred.
Thank you, Ian. I see some others have been joining. We have called to order. The first item on our agenda, matters from the public. Do we have anyone here who wishes to speak during matters from the public? All right, last chance. I do not see Sean raising his hand, so we will close matters from the public and move to our item for today, our consent agenda. This is the letter of support for Piedmont Housing Alliance's response to UVA Affordable Housing RFQ. And Ian's going to give a brief introduction and we will follow from there.
Okay, we're gonna,
before you do, this is probably a good time, Ned, for me to recuse myself. And now that I've helped to establish quorum, I'm a member of the project team. So probably
yeah, my understanding was we were going to get some abstentions during vote and whatnot. So others wish to make that same disclosure, you're welcome to do so, but I also think that for today an abstention vote would also indicate that.
Okay, it's your pleasure. Is it for transparency? Is it better for us to be off during the deliberations and discussion, or stick around for discussion?
I mean, I think sticking around for the discussion is fine. I think abstaining from the vote is the proper indication. If anybody wishes to make additional disclosure as you have, I will certainly yield to those who wish to do so. But I think the abstention and this statement saying why folks will be abstaining is proper enough.
Great, thank you.
Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ian, did we follow through to find out if we actually needed to abstain or from this vote? I'm in the same boat that Dan's in as the chairperson of the Piedmont Community Land Trust, which is part of this, but I believe there was some discussion that we did not need to do that, only just disclose that we are part of this. Is there any follow-up on that?
No, but I mean, according to the bylaws, all we're looking for is an approval or a majority of the quorum. Even if there are abstentions, I think that's your prerogative. There was nothing in the bylaws to sort of answer that question, but we're just looking for a simple majority of the quorum established here today.
Okay, under those under that terms, and I'm going to follow Dan's suit and abstain from this vote, but I think we could be present for the discussion.
So Senator Mathon here, I'll be doing the same. I'll be abstaining from the vote.
And I thought I saw
as will I, Ned.
I will as well.
All right, and just double checking, but the abstentions will, the remaining who will vote, those, the simple majority of those voting yes will suffice.
That's correct.
It's my understanding coming in. Mayor Snook, did you have your hand up at one point, or was that a false hand? Must have been a false hand. All right. That being cleared, let's go ahead, Ian. We can introduce the topic and then we'll go from there.
Hey everyone, so for those who were not present at last or 2 weeks ago at the June 22nd full partnership meeting, it was brought to the board that a letter of support was desired by Piedmont Housing Alliance and a variety of different development partners as a response for their response to the UVA Affordable Housing Development RFQ. And so it included in your agenda packet is some information about that development proposal, as well as the draft letter of support in the UVA RFQ. I'm actually going to just cede the rest to Sunshine, who can obviously speak a little bit more in detail about the proposal, but obviously considering the amount of folks that are here present and associated with this development proposal, it's, you know, a lot of you are probably already aware of it, but I'll let Sunshine speak more in detail to it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for that intro, Ian. I'll keep this short and then open it up for questions if there are any. But as was laid out, and as I think everyone knows, UVA issued an RFQ for developer partner to develop 2 sites that are currently owned either by the university or by the foundation. The application is due on August 2nd. We have pulled together a largely local team of nonprofits and one for-profit organization to come together to ideally provide a holistic housing ladder with a holistic set of viewpoints to make sure that we are being responsive to the broader needs, not just within those 2 sites specifically, but in the community more broadly. And as we know, the 2 sites span 2 different jurisdictions, both Albemarle County and Charlottesville City. Hence, I think in part the reason for the purview of RHP to some extent. And it is our hope that we can get the support from RHP in our application. And I'll just do a quick list of the partners involved, just so we have full transparency there. So Piedmont Housing Alliance would be acting as the backbone developer partner, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Charlottesville as a partner on fee simple home ownership options. The Piedmont Community Land Trust is a partner on shared equity home ownership options. Riverbend Development would be a partner on market rate rental and potentially home ownership. Virginia Community Development Corporation, VCDC, they're based out of Richmond, would provide financing strategy and affordable housing financing insight. And 7 and M Development would be partnering with us as well to bring some additional capacity as a sole proprietor organization based out of the DC area. Additionally, we have consulting partners, including the Blue Ridge Area Coalition for the Homeless, Charlottesville Redevelopment and Housing Authority, City of Promise, Jefferson Area Board for Aging, Monticello Area Community Action Agency, Network to Work, and the Public Housing Association of Residents. So collectively, that team we see as a very clear, robust response to the opportunity that the 2 sites represent for our communities overall. And I will pause there and just see if anyone has any questions or comments.
Keith?
It's a topic I would like to share. Charlottesville Association of Realtors just sent a letter yesterday to Sunshine in support of the project. So as a board member, I can disclose that that the Charlottesville Association of Realtors are in support of what Sunshine and all these organizations are trying to achieve. So I just wanted to let you know that there's more than just us trying to support this project. Thank you.
Thank you. Colette?
Yeah, just a question. That was an impressive list of local organizations involved in this space. And I was just curious, do you anticipate that there's anybody else out there locally that might also propose anything? Or does this alliance kind of cover all the bases?
That's a good question, Colette. I'm not 100% sure. We were pretty comprehensive, but I think there are probably still one or two organizations which may find their way onto a different team. I'm not 100% sure, but we did our best to try to pull together a holistic coalition.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right, other questions, comments? All right, hearing none, then I will need to ask someone who will not be abstaining to make the motion.
A motion.
And to be clear, the motion is to authorize the letter of support for Piedmont Housing Alliance's response to UVA Affordable Housing RFQ. Who made that motion?
Antoine.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Second.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Any further discussion? All right, Ian, if you would please call the roll.
Mr. Brinson, Mr. Brinson,
Oh, I'm on mute. Sorry. Aye.
yeah, aye, okay, thank you. Mr. Harrow,
I abstain.
Ms. Sheehy,
Abstain.
Mr. Rosenzweig,
Dane,
Mr. Powell,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
I abstain.
Mr. Galloway,
Yes,
Mr. Holman,
Aye.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Ms. Edwards,
I abstain.
Mr. Mathone,
I abstain.
Mr. Snook. Can you say it again? Mr. Snook, couldn't quite hear that.
Yes.
I got a
We
yes
heard-
that time.
We heard yes, okay. Ms. Highland?
Yes.
All right, is there anyone? I don't believe I missed anyone. So we have 1, 2, 3, 7 yeses, 0 nos, and 6 abstentions.
All right, very good. And just to, the motion carries, and to just put the final point on it, those abstentions are for those who are affiliated with the organizations that are part of the letter. So that is the point for the abstention. All right.
just clarification, Colette is part of UVA, so that, I think that was her reason for abstaining.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Dan. Sure, everything is properly disclosed and on the up and up. Mr. Smith.
I just want to add a comment at the end. I believe we're in our 4th year of the Regional Housing Partnership, and it's just amazing to me that we're doing this letter of support, and a large part of the people that are part of this have to abstain because we're part of this project. So it's just, to me, this is showing that we're really working here, and this organization is making some magic. So to me, just listening to all the abstentions went, oh, how cool is that? So anyway, just thought I'd get that off my chest. But, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, for taking over, by the way. I appreciate it.
So I think you just said you raised the bar that the next time we want 100% abstention. So everybody's, we'll see what happens with that.
Well, then we won't be able to support the letter, it's whatever. But just, this is what this body was designed to do, and this is great stuff. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Any other good of the order comments before we adjourn?
I just want to say thank you to everyone for the support, those who were able to provide it. And we are excited and hopeful to be the partners in the future with UVA.
Right.
Ned, I would
Go
just like to say on behalf of the university, we are really looking forward to this proposal. I think it's great that all of these organizations have come together.
Thank you. Any other comments? Well, I echo all of those comments. And Ian, do we need to adjourn to a specific date and time or just adjourn? for
I think we
today?
can just adjourn.
All right. Well, thank you all for assembling for this special meeting. I know schedules are tight, but very worthwhile reason to come together. And good luck to those who are working towards this, and be looking forward to the follow-up on it. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you. We are adjourned.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.